Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ben, and this is my introduction video. First off, thank you for clicking. Means a lot. Every little bit of support helps. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So this in the bag is going to be a little different than normal in the bag videos because I'm like in the process of testing discs and switching my bag around, and I am very prone to losing discs, it appears, because in recent rounds I have lost a disc every round. And yeah, it's just wonderful being a broke high school student with no sponsors losing discs. It's great. All right, so first we're gonna start off with my bag, and this is the Dynamic Discs Commander bag. I've had it for, I've had this bag for about 1.5 years now. It's lasted, it's held up quite nicely. It's got 2 nice side pockets right here, 2 putter pouches, and enough space to hold about, I usually keep about 18 discs in here, but you could definitely fit more. So anyway, we're gonna start off with my putters. All right, so the question everyone's asking, or actually nobody's asking, what do I putt with? Well, I have always putt with a Wizard because, yeah, Wizards are great. I love the bead. This one's just a bit warped because this bag is not very friendly to my putters. Yeah, that sucks, but I like the Wizard because, you can put a little bit of Annie on it and it'll hold it. It's, it's a more stable putter, but they're nice and straight flying if you need them. All right, and so my approach disc, I prefer the Zone. So I have 2 zones. Here's my Jawbreaker zone. I've had this for like 2 years, and it's, it gets flippier by the round, but I still love it. And then here we have an ESP zone. I love this disc. I'm just starting to beat it in, and it'll hold whatever line you put it on. Honestly, great disc, old reliable. All right, moving on to mid ranges. I'm gonna start with my least stable all the way up to my most overstable. All right, here we have a Mako. This Mako, actually, Kyle Wilkes gave it to me. So shout out to Kyle. He's a G, cool guy, and one hell of a disc golfer. So yeah, my Mako, for wooded shots, or like any shot that I pretty much just need a straight 275, 300 foot shot, perfect. This disc is perfect for it, as long as there's no wind. This disc in the wind is trouble. All right, moving on to my Rock 3. This one, it's a straight flyer, and you can put it on Annie and it'll hold it, and you can hyzer it and it'll hold it. It's great. I love this disc. Yeah, there's really nothing more to say about it. Yeah, Rock 3, classic. All right, moving on, we have a Shark 3. I've always loved the Shark. My first disc was actually a Shark, so it's only natural that I love the Shark. But this is more stable than my Rock, so I'll typically use this if it's like windy or I need like, 300 foot hyzer. Perfect disc for the job. And yeah, very glidey. Sharks are very glidey, for me at least. I don't know. All right, and next we have the Westside Anvil. This is actually a newer addition to my bag. I haven't thrown it a lot, but it's pretty stable. So this is basically what I would use for my shots where my zone isn't quite gonna reach. So, maybe I'd throw this to get the extra 25 feet or so. Yeah, that's my Anvil. And moving on to my favorite disc of all time, without a doubt. Sadly, not sponsored, but I wish I was. The Justice. This is some tournament stamp. I don't know. My dad gave me this disc 3 or 4 years ago, but I love it. It's Justice have flat tops. They're really overstable. You can always just count on them. You know, you can turn them over and you can always count on them coming back. Perfect for skip shots. I use them a lot on wooded courses. The ultimate disc that everyone should have in their bag. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about it. All right, moving on to fairway drivers. Now, I don't know if I'd call this one a fairway because of how stable it is. It's really hard to get a lot of distance, but we have the Spark, the Latitude 64 Spark. Now, this disc is really just a faster Justice, really overstable. You can see, just, yeah, this thing's a beast. You know, it's basically what I would use for, you know, like a 250-foot, 300-foot shot where I need to get around some trees, or I need a huge hyzer. Anything that my Justice can't reach, I'm throwing this. All right. Here we have the Discraft Mantis. This is one that I haven't thrown a lot of, but it's in my bag because it's a nice straight flyer. It's a 9-speed, I believe. Yeah, no, 8-speed, my bad. It's an 8-speed straight flying disc. You know, it has a little bit of hyzer on it, so I'll throw it straight, and I can always count on it like coming back right at the end, like a nice 350-foot shot. Perfect. Discraft Mantis. All right, and here we have one of my favorites in my bag, the T-Bird 3. Now the T-Bird, or I guess the T-Bird 3, is such a great disc. This disc, you can pretty much do, once you beat it in, you can use it however you want to. It's almost like my Rock 3 of fairway drivers. But I can always throw it straight and it'll hold it until the very end. It's essentially the same disc as the Mantis. On the flight chart, it says it's more stable, but they're about the same. So, you know, I'll use this. This is like my go-to fairway for like 350 to like 375-foot shots. Perfect disc. All right, moving on to distance drivers, which takes up the bulk of my bag. All right, so first we have a Dynamic Discs Trespass. The only reason I have this disc in my bag is because it is really good for super high anhyzer shots, or like super high hyzer to anhyzer shots that I need to like get around to some trees, but I can't throw a forehand. Like I might not be able to reach it with a forehand. Perfect disc for the job. In your mind, like before you throw it, it's like, oh, it's not that flippy, but then you throw it and it, you know, it turns into a roller. I don't know. All right, moving on to, this is just the Destroyer. I've had this in my bag for almost a year. I actually got my first ace with this disc. Hole 1 at Hunter Park, forehand skip ace. It was awesome. Yeah, it's a more beat-in Destroyer, so it's pretty straight flying. And if you throw it hard enough, it'll turn over. You get a nice flight out of it, but this is like for a 380 to 400-foot distance shot. Yeah. All right, moving on to the disc that was like my go-to disc for like most shots is I believe this is a DDX. Yeah, a Discmania DDX. I love this disc. I don't know why. I mean, it's just, I can throw it on a hyzer and it'll perfectly flip up to flat, and it'll just, you know, I'll just auto park holes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's just great, and it's been run over multiple times by cars, so might have to put that on the shelf soon, sadly. All right, moving on, we have the Dynamic Discs Raider. So the Raider is basically just a faster DDX, at least for me. Just a faster, like I can get maybe, you know, 25 more feet out of this. So this is what I'll throw on most distance shots, assuming it isn't windy. And like I said, my bag is kind of in pieces right now because I insist on losing discs very frequently. And I'm a broke high schooler, so that's just how it is. Yeah, the Raider. All right, and moving up, we have probably my go-to forehand disc right now is the West Side World. Haven't really beat this disc in yet, but it's already pretty flippy, so it'll be my go-to flip up forehand disc. It's a 14 speed, so very fast, perfect for long distance shots. And yeah, West Side World. All right, now we have my two beefcakes. I'm not quite sure what this one is, but I do know that it's Innova and it's really stable. It's got this special stamp on it that says "Run for the Roses," and it's from some tournament. And I bet I seem really stupid right now for not knowing what tournament that is, but yeah. So this is basically my forehand disc that I'll just, you can really crank over on it. You can put like so much anhyzer on this thing and it'll be like a foot off the ground and it'll still come up and just hyzer out. Love this disc. And last but not least, we have a Nuke OS, a beat-in Nuke OS that is still the most stable thing I've ever thrown. I only use this disc for when it's super windy and I just need like a reliable hyzer shot, and I know like, if I'm throwing this in a left to right headwind, I know that it's just gonna go up and spike right down. So yeah, that's just like my get out of jail free card disc right there. And yeah, that's pretty much my entire bag. Like I said, I'm in the process of like testing discs and testing brands, but yeah, I'll probably be uploading another in the bag video within a month. Maybe two, like in June. You should expect another in the bag. But yeah, those are my discs, and this is me. And thank you for watching.